In the second phase of our program, we're going to be working on our strength, weeks 5 to 8. So progressive overload, getting stronger. So we're going to be lowering our repetitions, slowing down the speed, and increasing our weights. Let's get into it. So for our warm-up, we're going to do 3 movements back to back on the ground. So we're going to do what's called a bird dog into a cat cow, all the animals, and a fire hydrant. So for our first movement, we're going to be on all fours, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're extending out opposite hand, opposite foot, touching out, knee in and out. So we've got 10 repetitions each side. That's called our bird dog. Then we're getting into our spinal movement. So a cat cow, pushing through the palms, through the spine. So it's all about opening and closing through the spine. Our final movement's called a fire hydrant. So this is for our hips. Again, wrists under the shoulder, and that knee is coming straight out to the side, opening up through the hips. So we're going to do 3 rounds of those 3 movements. So we've got bird, dog, cat, cow, and fire hydrant. It will take us around 5 minutes, getting us mentally and physically prepared for our strength workout coming up. Phase 2 of our strength program, we're focusing on getting strong. Keeping in with that theme, we're going to do a barbell back squat. So barbell across the traps, working on our lower body. So quads, glutes, hamstrings, chest nice and high. So again, when we talk about the movement, we talk about from the ground up. We need to have correct bar placement as well. You don't want to have it too high. It's going to put pressure on your neck. You don't want to have it too low. It's going to put pressure on your shoulders. So we get the most surface area across here. From the ground, feet hip width, first movement, hips backwards, chest nice and high, nice and strong through the abs, keeping that chin in a nice neutral position, weight through the heels, pace 3 seconds, 3, 2, 1, up, great work. So I really want you to focus on control the lower and control the upper, great work. The next lower body movement of our strength phase is also one of the most important. So stiff-legged deadlift, it's going to work our hamstrings, glutes, lower back. Feet hip width, knees are soft, but the angle doesn't change, and we're hinging forward at the hips with a nice and flat back. I only want you to come as far over as you can keep the spine straight. If you're tight through the glutes and hamstrings, your spine's going to flex and it's going to take all the work away from the glutes and hamstring. Whereas we want to be able to get our wrist to the knees, nice stretch for the hamstring, squeeze the glutes, come back up. What I don't want to see, 2 things, is bending at the knees. That's a squat, not a hinge. And I don't want to see flexing at the spine. So this is a challenging movement to get those things under control, but when you do, the benefits are so good. All right, so next movement, one of the most important ones for runners, called a Bulgarian split squat. So again, here we go, when we're talking from the ground up. So stepping the foot out, ankle on top. I want to be hinging over that front leg, but with a nice straight spine. So we can hinge at the hip with a straight spine, chin neutral, hands on hips, just passing 90 degrees at the knee. I want the weight through the front foot as opposed to the back leg. Exhale and the push. So I'm working my glute, hamstring, quad, nice and controlled. Swap legs, we want to make sure we're nice and even. Now, if you don't have the specific pad like this, you can just use a bench or step, that is fine. This back leg's just for support as opposed to it doing the movement itself. I want to get that acute angle at that front leg. Perfect form, controlling the pace. Again, we can scale this harder, by grabbing dumbbells or a bar across the shoulder. If you're new to this movement, it's going to be pretty intense, but oh, so rewarding. So our final movement of our lower body portion of the strength workouts is going to be the leg press calf raise or a donkey calf raise. So again, locking out at the knees, undo the carriage there, and we're just thinking about open and close at the ankle joint, ball of the feet. We're not working through the knees because we don't want to engage the upper leg muscles. We only want to work through the calves here. We're going to do a little bit higher repetitions for the calves, 12 to 15. So knees are locked and we're just thinking about open and close at the ankle joint, really stretching and squeezing those calf muscles. So finishing off for a core movement in phase 2, it's called a dead bug. Doesn't sound real good, but it's an awesome exercise. On our backs, I want spinal flexion, so my shoulder blades above the ground, knees above the hips, wrists above the shoulders, alternate arm and leg coming down and in, down and in. So we've got 10 each side for 20 in total, working through the core. Okay, so next exercise we've got is called a lat pull down. Works our lats, our bicep and our core. So performance here, grabbing the bar slightly wider than shoulder width, chest nice and high, nice arch in the back. Inhales, we stretch up. Exhale, pull it into the collarbones. I don't want you to pull it lower than the nipple line. So we want to control the form, chest nice and high. For me to work these lat muscles, I need to have that arch in the spine. If my spine flexes, I cannot use those back muscles and all the weight goes to my biceps, which may be good down the beach, doesn't help with our running, okay? Final strength movement of phase 2 is a single arm overhead dumbbell shoulder press. Feet hip width, soft knees, chest nice and high. Single dumbbell from the shoulder. Exhale as I push overhead. I'm not locking out, soft bend in the elbow. Inhale, lower down to my chin. So exhale on the push, strong through the core, strong through the glutes. One of the things I really like about this single arm movement is how much core I use. Exhale on the push, nice and slow, nice and controlled. No movement anywhere except for my shoulder and elbow of the arm I'm using.